So this is where the real work gets done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at what we traded for the last 2-3 days, what we lost on, what we won on. We're gonna try to really quickly figure out what we did wrong or right and learn from it. So follow along with me if you just got here. Try to stick towards the end of the video so you can really see what happened. So if you guys don't know, we started trading again. We're trying to make it back. The last 3 days is what I'm gonna be looking at. Biggest trade of the last 3 days was Psyop Anime at 11 Sol we bought, sold 26, 15 Sol Cook. Super happy about that trade. But what I've done to make this really easy so that we can go through everything is I've pulled up every chart on Jupiter that we've won and lost a lot on, and we're going to go through them. So let's start with what we did right. So this is the Psyop Anime chart, and I love Jupiter because I can see the buys and sells like on the chart. We bought in at 6.7 mil. I top blasted. I actually saw this around 1.5 mil. Didn't know really what I thought about it. Honestly, I was kind of lazy and didn't really watch the full video to get the context of what it was. Had I really understood it, I might have bid it a little bit earlier. All good. At 6 mil, when Elon followed, I realized, oh my God, they're probably gonna push this pretty hard. Then I watched the video and I was like, oh wow, that's why Elon followed. I immediately top blasted it. We bought $1.5 thousand, 10.8 Sol. We held it for a bit. It went up to like 19 mil. It started pushing down. I wasn't sure at that point if it was gonna be one of those coins that just like sends really hard and then dumps hard, and I didn't want a round trip. So when it bounced back up to 16 mil, I sold, took my P. It went up to 26 at the top. Could have made definitely some more profit, but like I'm super happy with the way I traded this. Again, the narrative was Psyop Anime, and they had this videos of anime that he was making that were really cool. Okay, cool. So that's Psyop Anime. Next, CA. I actually saw this. They don't have the tweet anymore. I saw it. It was just one of those plays where they basically use like the CA like abbreviation, which is for contract address, to make a joke about something else. This one was the challenge accepted. So it was just like a meme template thing. So we made a little bit of money on that. This we made 2 Sol on. It was Donatello. It was a turtle that I believe it was running really hard on BNB because Binance had posted about it. I knew that it was a BNB meme and that it wasn't going to run on Sol, but I saw it at an early price and I was like, you know what, let me try to bid it. Let me see if I can make some money. Bought 2.2 at 34K, sold at 52K, 3.4. Honestly, pretty happy with that. That was a good trade. Pump from Anime. I saw this. This was a relaunch of something that this guy had already done before, like 2 months ago. It ran at 200K, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people were telling me that it was kind of like sketchy. So, I mean, I bought it at 32K. I sold it at 50, whatever. Made my money. Bought 2 Sol, sold 2.1. Nice little profit there. Gemini. This one, I just don't understand. Like, I actually fumbled this whole trade. Basically, the Gemini intern was live on the Gemini account on Twitter, and he was literally like, how people were like, he gave up his name, and people were telling him that they made a bag fund for him. And he's like, fuck it, yeah, and he claimed it and shit. And he was talking about it and showing bags. That was crazy. On this one, there was like 17 PVPs. On this one, I bought 3.5, sold 4.5. So I actually profited on this one, but I lost on the other one, which I'll show you why later. This one I bought 1 Sol and sold for 2, which is nice. Little 2x, can't be upset with that. We bought in at 66K, sold at 130. Mini. I actually saw that it had like a website, and just the website was kind of cool. Yeah, the website was just cool and clean, so I was like, whatever, it just looks like some AI shit. Seraphine I bought. This was another AI driven thing. I forget exactly why I bought this, but bought 3 Sol, sold 3.7, bought at 50, sold at 60. Definitely papered it because it went higher, but it's fine. Bummit was a really cool trade. I papered pretty hard. Like, I really liked the idea of it. And we bought at 218. We sold at 290. So we sold it really quickly because I think I was a little scarred from some losses earlier. It went up to 700K. That could have been a good cook for me, but it's fine. Still happy to make, what we made on that. And yeah, that's about it for all the wins. We have like this one where we bought at 29, sold at 38, just like a little scalp play on the monkey. And then this was Dilbert. We'll talk about later why this is so hilarious, because I thought this was another chart. So this I bought and sold 350 for it. And mind you, I actually top blasted it and sold like the top of the one. So thank goodness I didn't hold it, right? Or I would have just lost. But we'll talk about Dilbert later, what happened. But basically Scott Adams passed away, and he had a comic character that was called Dilbert, and the White House talked about it. Elon was talking about it. A lot of people were talking about it, right? And there was also controversy, like the news companies were talking about it, saying like negative stuff. And like I thought Elon was going to start mass tweeting and defending him. So let me talk about my biggest loss. So my biggest loss of yesterday was a different Dilbert. I saw this Dilbert. This was like an hour and a half after I traded the first one or something like that. And I, for some reason, I didn't remember that I traded the other one. And I saw this one, and because I saw it at 80 to 100K, which is like where the other, where I thought maybe it was like the same as the other one. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is the OG Dilbert. It's 27 days ago. This is way too cheap. This is going to go higher. So I started aping it. I was up good here, bro. And like, I thought, okay, we're going. Like, people see the narrative. I thought it was like a 500, 600K narrative. It was on the other Dilbert. This was such a ridiculous mistake to make and lose so much money. I lost at 13.5 SOL. This is probably the biggest parts of my loss this week. Thinking that I was in the right Dilbert. It was in the wrong Dilbert. There was one that was older, the one that I just showed you that I made money on. And I can't believe I made maybe it's because I haven't been in the trenches like every single day. I don't know what it was, but I just didn't remember that there was another Dilbert that I bought. And I was only thinking that this is way too low of a price for the OG one, especially with the narrative. I thought it was just going to go up. And then it started going up and it confirmed me. And here I was up like really good money, like 6 SOL profit. And I just fucked up. So that was my biggest loss. We lost a lot. We bought 13, we sold 4.6, right? That loss was a $1.2 thousand loss, 8.8 SOL loss, which, we'll take that on the cheek, but lesson learned, right? Wabi, this was another big loss. We bought 9 SOL, sold 3.5. Again, what is the pattern we're recognizing with the big losses? Why am I DCAing down on a falling knife? Why am I doing that? And I might not know it's a falling knife, but why am I DCAing it? Like, if I think something's good, I should buy it once. If maybe there's another buy signal, I buy it one more time. Maybe Elon follows or something, or like maybe I see something that other people don't notice and I'm like, oh, this is going to go. But for me to just DCA down because I thought it was good, I also just like got confused because I saw P America basically tweet it and they were talking about it. And I was like, oh, wow, P Marcus talking about this. And then it was acting like Gork, where Gork was replying to everybody. And apparently it was like you can build apps by responding to. So I don't know. I got stupid and I fell for the tech, overinvested, put in 9, sold 3.5. It's a pretty decent loss, but it is what it is. We take that on the cheap. Nugget, this is a sad loss for me because I basically have been seeing this a lot in normie culture on my TikTok and on my Instagram. And a lot of people were talking about this. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is like, if I saw it in the normie culture, and I see the coin at a low market cap, like maybe I'm just early as hell. Bought 3.2 SOL, was really trying to like believe in it. Sold 0.8, we lost 3 SOL, like 2.8 SOL. GG's. It's just a new Minecraft little animal. Eliza BAO. I don't even know what I did with this one. I bought this one, and looks like I could have made good money. My original purchase was at 7. Oh no, actually no, I blasted at 700K like a dumbass. I bought this because I just thought it was one of those tech cabal like crime plays where they just keep sending it super hard, and it was, but I was late to it. Biggest losses are on me over trading. There's no reason for me to be trading like that. No reason. Romulus. Elon was filing for custody or whatever. I don't know if this is even true. I don't know if any of this is true at all. I just saw it. I saw people bidding and I was like, wait, maybe Elon will tweet about it and that'll just be a buy signal, right? Kind of stupid for me to do that. I bought Nisa. This was a cute elephant that lives in a national park in campus. And I don't know. I guess I was just having a mooding FOMO. I saw some animal runners and there was also a lot of volume this week. So I just kind of FOMO'd. Really silly of me. 6 SOL, 4.75. So we lost a little bit there. Managed to sell it not too far away from my entry though. Austin, this is the little fucking Gemini fuck. And oh my God, bro, I actually could have cooked on this. I bought at the worst possible times. He shielded a bunch of different times. I was out of the coin in profit and then I rebought and then right when he was talking about like claiming it and doing other stuff. And then the fucking little bundler fucks that just always pre-buy the news. They just one-clipped over and over and over and over and over. And I just couldn't time it right. And I ended up selling this Pico bottom here and just could have just waited for the Pico bottom. And then I bought, and then I could have cooked like this is a 20 to 80, 3x. This is a 20 to 100, 5x, and then it keeps doing it, right? I could have scalped better. That's on me. I thought it was very underpriced for the fact that Gemini's literal Twitter account had an intern on it, literally supporting a back squad and talking about the tech and talking about Fins. And I thought Finn was going to support it and get involved, and I'm just surprised that he didn't, but whatever. Dropped the ball. Why should I be surprised that Finn dropped the ball on me again? Shouldn't be surprised. There's another Romulus I bought. I lost on this one too. Deku. I watched this go and I didn't buy it until it was like starting to go on my face. Then I bought. Just the narrative on it was that the person who created My Hero, the artist, was trying to get fees. Now, I realize now that it was the most obvious hack ever, and their account was just hacked, and they were just posting some bullshit. So, whatever. Clark, I'm sad about, because I was in Clark so early. My first buy on Clark was 30K or like 50K or whatever. It was like super low, and like 146K. Yeah, this shit went to 700, man. I had 1.5 in there. It just like nuked so hard. It nuked after I bought to like 16K, dude. And I was like, oh, it's over. And after looking to 16K, we go to 700. It's just crazy, man. The narrative was this. It was on live. It was just this really weird agentic yapping. Let's see if it's still live. It's probably not. Yeah, it's still live. This thing. And it was like answering and doing stuff. I don't know. When the chart dumped really hard, I wasn't expecting it to bounce back like that. So I took that loss. BitLord. I actually watched Dali when he dev'd this. I think he dev'd this on stream. Or maybe he didn't dev this on stream, but basically this BitLord guy, someone sent him fees. It was like 5 different coins that people were trying to get a gamble on, like which one he was going to like say, I accept this one, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I watched Dali make this coin on stream and send fees, and I don't even think he made any money on it because I think he sold it before the guy responded, and then he responded after, and he was like, oh, whatever, I'll just make sure he gets the fees. Cole. This was a Solana-based scoring token. This thing was made by Spoono. Spoono used to make skits and other stuff and like trading videos, P&L videos. He basically invented the P&L video. So there's like a lot of cultural relevance with Spoono, and so people were bidding it for the tech he built. It ended up dumping to zero, unfortunately. Like most things, I bought a literal Pico Top and got yomped on. Should have not bought Pico Top. Should never be top blasting. I don't know why I'm doing that. As you can see, every time I top blast, I'm losing, right? So that shouldn't be something that's in my arsenal. After the integration with Solana Rock, this was tacky. This was just some weird shit that I gambled on. I don't even remember why I bought it. We got clapped on it though. Bought it 25K. They rugged it to 4K. GG's. Polyblock. No, actually, I remember why I bought that. Somebody posted it in my up chat. I bought it, and the second I bought it, they one clipped me, and I literally I literally bitched, and they sent me 0.5 soul back because they felt bad. They didn't one clip me, but the coin one clipped is a better way to say it. Polyblock was another tech coin, a lot of tech stuff that I've been buying. Automatic trading terminal. I don't think I have the website here to show you. Yeah, I bought this at 13, sold at 23. No, I'm sorry, I bought this at 23, sold at 13. Ended up going to 150. It's actually still over my entry if I would have held, but this would have been so good. Like to have the 23K entry is just like nice with 2 soul. Fuck, dude, I wish I could like get one of those cooks this week. And we'll try to lock that in. We'll try to make it happen. All right, last coin that we're going to talk about is Soldeed. We bought 2 soul, sold 1.2. The narrative is just some tech shit. I don't even know. So let's go over what happened, right? So we've talked about how we went over all the wins, all the losses for the last 3 days, right? Biggest loss, 9.3 soul. Biggest win, 15.01, right? Okay, cool. So the pattern I've realized going through this video, all the biggest losses are 2 things similar. 1, we're top blasting. Why are we top blasting? 2, we are also overporting. Like we're overporting. Like the 3 biggest losses can account for most of the losses of the day, right? Like these 4 losses here, these 5 losses, like 9.3, 5.9, 3, 2, 2, 2. Like these ones are the ones that really got me. Austin is the only one I understand and don't hate myself for, because that whole Gemini thing was just crazy hard to deal with. And, you know, I played it wrong still by rebuying and selling, but it was a super bullish narrative. I thought it would go way harder. It was just that the people in the chat were trying to debate him into like telling people what their cat name is or what his real name was. So instead of having one coin, he would say, oh, my name's Austin, and then it would have a new coin instead of the one that was like the Gemini fund. And so they kept doing that and debating him into doing stuff. So these deployers, again, even outside of deploying, even when there's a bullish narrative being created, they will go and fuck the narrative for everybody to try to get their PvP deploy dev. So it's just like absolute disgusting behavior, but whatever. People do that. So what am I going to do today later as I start to trade? Top blasting, especially, well, listen, I'll buy something I like, even if it's a top blast, I don't care. But no top blasting like we have been in these losses. No overporting. We cannot be overporting. We're going to actually only start today's stream with 3.5 soul, and we're going to try to run it up with that so that we don't overport. And we don't need to overtrade, right? Like there wasn't a crazy amount of runners yesterday compared to the day before. Today might be a lot better. Let's just be patient and wait for that volume to come before we start overtrading. Even though I was on stream, and again, you know, my biggest fault is when I'm on stream, I tend to overtrade because, you know, I don't like to sit there in front of everybody and just not take trades because it just feels like I'm not doing my job. But that's not how doing your job is in meme coins. You should actually be fading bad stuff until you're confident. And that's how you stop yourself from losing money. And that's doing a good job. So gotta rewire my brain a little bit. We've talked about 18 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you out a little bit. I love you guys so much. Turf's back. He's grinding. If you want to support me, just follow my channels. Just interact with me. I have no ego. I have no problem talking to you guys and showing love and bringing you into my community and just becoming family with you. So let's get it. I love you and have a great rest of the day.